Hey ninjas, spies, and super guys, this is Paul Acevedo, EastX Twitch from Windows Central. Tonight I am joined on the mic by Tyler,
Hey,
Brian,
Yep.
and Andy. Andy
Hello.
is regular viewer AJ, so that's who is on the mic. He is going to play Zombie Army Trilogy along with me. We're playing this on Xbox One.
does the A and AJ stand for Andy?
I bet it does.
Correct.
I'm,
Good
I'm
chance, yeah.
clever. I'm clever.
What would we do without
Yeah.
Tyler?
That's right. That's
That
why I'm
must have
here.
been real hard to figure out.
I do. Let's see, I'm going to create a private game. So just for in case you're not familiar with Zombie Army Trilogy, it is a collection of 3 games, 2 of which were released separately on PC. I'm not sure if the third one was sold separately or not. Probably it was. And they've collected them all on console, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. You can also buy the collection on Steam. And they are all spin-offs of Sniper Elite. And the Sniper Elite series is actually one of my cult favorite series. It's not a series that you get to talk about a lot, but I have always really enjoyed them. And that was actually our first stream with webcam and XSplit and stuff, was Sniper Elite 3, wasn't it? Wait, at least it was our first stream with a co-host.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe so. I think you had the webcam from the very beginning,
Oh. Well,
but I think it was your first
yeah, definitely our
co-host
first
stream.
co-host stream because I listened to it a few weeks ago. So that's weird. Invite friend. There's not invite party option. Can you guys just choose to join me or no?
You're appearing offline, so
Dang it.
no.
All right. So once I invite you, then hopefully you can invite the other guy. We're gonna be playing this in co-op. Somebody's typing loud. All right. Invite to game. It's weird that there's not an invite party option. Invite. Did you get the invite? I'm picking it over and over.
No, I did not.
Man, why is it doing this? I'm just picking invite to game. It's doing nothing. Oh, press start to send invite. It's because of the new Xbox experience. Thanks, NXOE.
There we go. That time I got it.
Yeah, you gotta get used to that.
Change.
Price of
Can you
progress.
invite the other guy?
Yeah,
Great.
working on it.
Got a lot of Sniper Elite fans in
Yeah,
the
good
chat
to hear
tonight.
that. Yeah, that was one of my games of the year for 2014. Sniper Elite.
Good game.
Yeah, it's fun.
So
Not too bad at all.
Okay, I
All right.
invited him.
Be careful with background noise, you guys.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize my drawer was so squeaky.
I'll try and keep the
It's
ready
got
whip
squeaky
noises down.
drawers. Ladies hear him coming from a mile away.
All right.
By the way, hello to everybody. I know we got off to a late start, so I haven't been able to say hi to everybody individually. You guys all know that I love you, each and every one of you who is a nice person, and that's all of you as far as I can see.
Is that a dig at Adam?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Except for so-called, no. Even so-called select character. That's a thing you can do. There are 8 characters to choose from. I think some of these are new to this game. I will be well. Yeah, it doesn't even matter who you are. There's less story content in this one compared to the actual Sniper Elite games. I'll be this Russian lady. Invite friend, toggle ready. So I am ready. That's interesting. There's actually a chat server. Man, I don't have my... Yep. If I had my chat pad plugged in, then I could sit here and type text chat in the lobby, which is very unusual for an Xbox One game. Pretty cool idea, though.
That is
Yeah.
pretty unusual. That's a PC standard
Yeah,
there.
and they always take it out of the console games. Student of Truth needs to ready up. Oh, great.
There we go.
By the way, our chat pad review is going to run tomorrow. The video is already live on YouTube. Took a lot of editing,
Cool.
otherwise I would have finished writing it today, but it'll be ready tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow our Gems of War achievement guide will be ready too, as long as I don't fall behind.
Nice.
By the way, Brian, would you please share the link to the Gems of War review in case anybody missed it?
Is the
So
Gems
this
of War
is-
achievement guide mostly grind out level 50 or whatever it is? You have to be level 100.
is the long-term one. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's some regular strategy stuff in there.
Cool.
So it's not my longest achievement guide because there are a lot of achievements that are the same thing and don't require that much explanation. But yeah, it should be a big help for anybody to whom the game does not come completely naturally. Or even when I was learning to play the game, I had to look up a lot of reference information, and hopefully some of that will be contained within the guide to save you guys some trouble. Here we are. This takes place in World War II, like the Sniper Elite games, except it's after the zombies have taken over. And that is because of Hitler. He had a Plan Z, I believe it was called. It's a third-person shooter, as you can see, but it does still have first-person sniping, so you get your first-person fix that way.
Third-person sniping would be
Yes,
weird.
it would.
That'd be a little tough, yeah.
Actually, in Horde mode, I don't know why it was happening when I was testing the game out earlier, but it kept not letting me zoom in after a while. I don't know if I...
Yeah, you have to push. I got stuck on that the first time I played. I think when you're zooming in, you push R3 to swap between those two styles.
That's messed up.
I don't really understand. I guess maybe if you're like getting super swapped and it's your only gun, but you don't want to be in sniper mode, then it could be useful. But
Of note, there are collectibles you can find in this: gold bars and bottles.
oh yeah, there's
just like
tons.
Sniper Elite 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And the bottles that you have to shoot are pretty obscure.
Yeah, your only hope is using a guide on those, I'm certain.
Oh yeah.
And this is not just sniping. You have short-range weapons. Like I'm on a short-range weapon now.
Yep.
There we go. And you can still get headshots and stuff.
And you can search corpses.
Ooh.
Okay, what's the melee button again? Left. Okay, there we
Left
go.
bumper. Ah.
Yeah. Get out of here, Shovel Man.
There are intros to the 3 campaigns, but you have to go to an extras menu to view them, or at least that is one way to view them. Yeah, we were playing multiplayer and it didn't show the intro at all.
Oh, you're playing single player. They'd show up,
I
but
hope
not
so.
multi.
Is that how it works, AJ?
The things.
Gonna revive AJ. Quick, get knocked down. There's a guy right behind you.
Yeah, I'm trying to run away from him.
Yeah. Gotta be aware of the space around you, bro.
Yeah. So you were asking about the intros?
Yeah. Does it play them?
Yeah, there's an option in the menu to replay them if you skip them the first time
But
around.
it would show them if you were playing on your own?
I don't know.
So, that is up in the air, but not a big deal. At least you can view them if you want. And yeah, the first one has...
Yeah, you should try and find other people to play this with. I mean, you can certainly play it by yourself, but it's more fun with more people.
Yeah, this looks like it was designed for co-op.
The collectibles, though, you gotta have somebody with the right temperament to go after them if you're playing in co-op and you want them. But...
Yeah. Well, it just slows down the whole process because you have to use a guide while you're using it and
yeah.
constantly kind of stalling or
Low
pausing.
ammo. Oh, I gotta get some ammo, dang it. Where's the corpse does? You can click in left stick to sprint. That's good. So what do the corpses have? Ammo? Yeah, that's what they have. Where did you guys go? Oh, I see. Well, I'd better go help. Just a reminder for our live viewers, we have 10 copies of Zombie Army Trilogy to give away tonight. That's a $50 value.
Something just blew up.
We only got Xbox One codes, but that's fine because those are always the most highly sought after.
Most popular.
Behind you, AJ. AJ, you keep
Yeah,
Gotta
our
watch out
Steam
behind
and PS4
working on-
users usually have good odds.
How do you pull out your pistol? Oh, hold.
Hold
Yeah.
down
No.
Y.
Alright.
I was gonna say triangle.
I guess I actually should do some sniping and try to get it to show the sniper cam, which is kind of random whether it does it or not. But
It doesn't do it a whole lot, especially in co-op
Yeah.
mode. It's pretty not. It doesn't happen a whole lot.
you do have the option of adjusting the frequency. Yeah.
I think you can. Yeah.
Dang it. That didn't work. It has a good combo system. As long as you don't miss the enemies, your combo will not fall down. It's when you...
Yep.
Although, do you lose it when you get hit? I can't remember. Okay.
No, you don't. And combos are the way to like set super high scores. Like it's, the three of you could kill the exact same amount of zombies, and if one person kept a combo chain going the whole time, their score would be through the roof compared to the
Makes
others.
sense.
Looks like Adam's trying to get
Oh,
your
what's he
attention there,
saying?
Paul. He's making fun
Said
of you
he
in the chat.
said you look like a duck.
Hey, why do I look like a duck?
Oh, sheesh.
We don't usually. We're keeping an eye on comments, but when it's just Zero talking crap, then we usually just ignore them.
Might be for the best. AJ's trying to help me get the revive achievement. Is there a revive achievement?
Yeah, I'm working on it for you.
Good man. Yeah, it's usually not the enemies coming from every single side. Why is there a little star on the ground here? Is that a bug, or did somebody set a waypoint or something?
That's
Oh,
no, that's the objective. We had to defend the
Gotcha.
spot.
Find a safe room. I want some ammo.
That's in the
Oh,
safe
just
room.
go in there. Cool.
Yeah, you can completely reload in the safe room. They'll have ammo caches for all the weapons, all the kind of main weapons. There's a couple super special weapons that you can't refill.
Good. I understand that this runs better. These games run better on the PlayStation 4. I believe they're 900p on this and 1080p on PS4. I could be wrong, but it seems like I read that. Not a big deal. The one thing I don't like about how they run is there's no VSync option, and there is bad screen tearing in Sniper Elite 3 and this one. If you're sensitive to screen tearing, then it will get on your nerves. Ah,
Well, that's
this
just
is not a safe
annoying.
room. Yeah, there should at least be an option, because you know on PC they have a VSync option. So give us the same option on
Well-
consoles. I don't care if it hits the frame rate. Just let me, if I'm sensitive to that, then let me toggle it.
Well, they'd probably have to drop it down to 30 FPS to do that.
On this one, although there isn't there's an integration with the built into the system achievement app for tracking. There is in-game achievement tracking. It'll
Ah.
pop up
Well, at least there's that.
progress-wise.
Are they still
Yeah.
swarming us? Yep.
Yep.
Is there friendly fire? Uh-oh.
Oh, there's one way to find
really
out.
dangerously low on ammo.
Nice trip mine, student.
I would like to lay a trip mine. You guys, well, no, I better not. I'm just gonna keep looking. We can still go upstairs even higher.
Yeah, there's corpses down here
Oh,
to search.
well, you're right. I guess I should be doing that at least.
There's someone beating. Oh, there must have been a crawler in that group of people.
You got downed again?
Yeah, I was down there searching the bodies, and there must have been a
There's
crawler
one.
down there.
Yeah, and you
There
can
he
melee
is.
them.
Yeah, left bumper to melee.
Springfield ammo. But other than that issue with the screen tearing, I think it looks really nice. Like they got more creative with the coloring in this compared to the regular Sniper Elites, and that makes for a more artistically pleasing game, in my opinion. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, I like this. I like the style in this one a little bit better. It's dark, but it's nice. I mean, and it gets a little better. You can tell there's differences in the three games as you go from basically game 1 to game 2 to game 3. It's kind of cool. The later games are a bit more color filled and have some
There's a
additional
shotgun
things.
up here.
Oh, I'm just going in the safe room.
Yeah, I was picking up the shotgun that was up in the attic.
If you insist, the other guy's already ready. I don't know how to get back in there.
Yeah.
Can I get back in there? Yeah. Fine. Here we go. In addition to the campaign mode here, there is also a horde mode, which I find very enjoyable, and we might show a little bit of that on stream depending on how time goes. We have a hard 90-minute stop tonight. No after party. Oh, there it is. Alright. Well, I got an MP4. That'll be good enough. Coming. Whee! You can crouch and go prone. Is there a lot of reason to do that, though? Well, I know it helps with your sniping.
Crouching can. I maybe went prone once or twice in the entire game.
Yeah, because they don't shoot at you in this, do they? Or I think eventually, maybe?
Yeah,
Checkpoint. Good.
some enemies will get weapons.
Hold. Open the safe room door. We ready to go out? Got my pistol. Actually, I guess I should try to do some sniping. What's that over there? Some glowing fuel tanks. I guess we want to wait until there's enemies near them and then shoot it. You can see the enemies spawning out of the ground. Sometimes it makes a cloud of dirt. Boy, sniping and not getting a headshot doesn't do that much damage.
Now you definitely want to go for headshots throughout the game.
Yeah, dude was right behind me. Get out of my personal space.
Nice sniping. Oh, guy whacked you from behind.
There is eventually some variety to the enemies, right? Armored enemies and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's armored ones, kamikaze ones.
His body still...
Snipers.
His body kept going.
Big bosses. Yeah, sometimes their body stays alive on the ground and they slowly crawl at you and like bite at your ankles.
Punks.
Black Knight zombies.
Ah.
They'll bite your knees off.
Oh, they're still coming from behind us too. Switch to pistol. Here we go. I like that you can shoot their limbs off.
It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah, I don't think you could do that in Sniper Elite.
I don't think so. This game, I mean, Sniper Elite to me was like kind of all about like different settings and scenarios. Like you get to this area and you kind of have to like figure out where the enemies are a lot. I mean, sometimes they come in waves and stuff, but there's a lot of times where you could kind of, you know, sneak through and do it fully stealth. And this game's definitely not like that at all. You just kind of keep blasting away.
Yeah, it's cool how they differentiate them that way, because I was afraid it would just be all sniping.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not at all. No, I actually like this one quite a bit more. I mean, I like Sniper Elite, but I really enjoyed this one. It's just more filled with action and stuff.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I'm really digging the colors.
I'm digging this lunar white controller I picked up today.
Ooh, from GameStop?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I just don't need any more controllers. I was real tempted by it.
Well,
Good.
I only had two, and I traded one in for $39, so I upgraded for $6, basically.
Not bad.
I don't really like the game Fallout, but I thought the Fallout controller was cool looking for Xbox One.
It is cool looking. Some people don't like that controller either. Some people are real picky.
Yeah, everyone has different tastes.
I don't know. I really like the Spartan Lock controller myself.
I like the grips on the lunar white one.
Oh, it has... What are the grips like?
It has the textured grips underneath.
Sweet. Just like the Elite controller?
Like the Forza one, and I think the Elite one.
That is real cool. Okay, shotgun. I don't know if I want the shotgun. Doesn't have enough ammo. I'll go with the other one. Is there anything else up here? Gotta go investigate the skull. Is Half Black Canadian here? Wow.
Yes.
I thought he had totally ditched us. We haven't seen him in months and months, but he was one of our early regulars.
I'll let you do the investigating.
Ah! It's talking! And saying creepy things.
Oh yeah, speaking of the chat pad, I don't know if you're aware, but GameStop actually is charging $5 over MSRP for it.
40?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Maybe they're just doing it because of the supply issues, because right now supply is actually limited. Microsoft seems to have underproduced.
Yeah, I don't know, but I saw one in store today and it was $40 instead of
That is
$35. Yeah.
Ah, there's a lot of zombies.
GameStop and Toys R Us both like to mark things up above MSRP sometimes. It's really annoying.
And that's why
Toys R-
Amazon eats them for lunch.
Although
Toys R Us will
Amazon-
do it all the time with baseball cards.
People still buy
Interesting.
baseball cards?
Sure they do.
But stuff that's like there'll be a 20 box that's $20 at Walmart or Target, and Toys R Us has it for 24.
Yeah, that's Toys R Us. They mark up amiibos an extra dollar as well from MSRP.
That doesn't surprise me.
But what I was gonna say about Amazon is that I don't like how they handle Black Friday. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because they sell everything out. Although I question what quantities they have available on some of their lightning deals that sell out in 5 seconds. But I mean, I think they hurt themselves by not advertising what they're going to have ahead of time until it's like the day of or the day before with lightning deals, and even then you don't know the prices. Like I was completely done with my Black Friday shopping by Wednesday at midnight when all those sites went live on Thursday.
Heads up, kamikaze guy.
So I don't know. I just know I did very little Amazon shopping. I think I got one thing from them, and now I'm. Oh yeah, it was a Jurassic World Collector's Edition DVD for a present for someone.
I got some Skylander Superchargers vehicles for India, but I think that's probably just about it. No, I might have got maybe 1 or 2 Blu-rays. I can't remember. I think I mostly
from Amazon or in total.
From Amazon. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Only thing I got from Amazon was Sleeping Dogs digital code for Xbox One for $5.
I missed that one. Oh, I don't know if it was available for. They had Tomb Raider for $5 on PS4, but I take that back. I did get that Batman Premium that I posted about.
Yeah, and that was
$15.
everything I got.
Kamikaze guys.
But that doesn't really count as a deal. That's more like someone fat fingering a number or something. Because there's no way that was an intentional.
Oh no.
Are you? Dang it. Are you okay down there?
I got him. Yeah.
So we've got this guy shooting at us. Oh man, this is tough. Was there a difficulty selection and I didn't notice? Because in single player there is.
Yes, there was.
There's actually both difficulty selection and you can choose how many zombies come after you. Like you can play with 3, but only set.
And that's going to be a boss out there with the gun, for the record. This guy out here with the gun, that's a boss.
Did we get him?
I don't remember. This is just the first level, right? Try and shoot him in the head, Paul. Like his body shots do almost nothing. So
there we go.
We got him.
I just shot his head out.
Good.
Or off, rather.
I don't remember bosses showing up that early in this first level. I'm wondering if because we had it on lower spawns that maybe they didn't show up. He didn't show up. I don't know. I mean, I remember him later in the level, but I don't remember him right here.
Oh, apparently Half Black Canadian blew all his money on a Band 2 and a 950 XL.
Ooh, lucky.
So he didn't do much on Black Friday.
Oh.
What's a Band?
I'm envious. I really would like that phone. Although I hear there's a few issues with using it with AT&T, which is a shame. But you still...
Well, that's because you're on AT&T. I mean...
Yeah, I was going to say that the issues are that it's AT&T.
Yeah, they are AT&T's fault. You still can use it, although supposedly you don't get visual voicemail, which is dumb, but...
That's if you don't... the XL you can't buy from AT&T. So
I just ignore visual voicemail. I ignore voicemail, period, so... Nobody ever leave me a voice message.
Visual voicemail you have to pay for anyway on AT&T, I believe.
It's in my package or something, because I don't pay for it. Boy, they dropped a lot of ammo.
Yeah.
Rifle ammo full. Oh no, that's what it is. I keep trying to pick the same ammo up over and over.
Yeah, I was having that happen.
No, I want the other gun. Alright. And you do find different sniper rifles and stuff too. It's not just...
Yeah, there's several different ones. Actually, I mean, you find them, but there's actually tons of different options for loadouts right at the beginning, so you can kind of mess around with the different sniper rifles and other guns.
We're going the wrong way, guys.
Yeah, I felt that way. I'm sure there's collectible junk around, but who cares?
There's a ton. There's way too much to bother going through it unless you're going for everything.
We have to go back out this way.
Oh, rifle. Just if you're full of the ammo, then you shouldn't even be able to see it to try to pick it up, in my opinion, because that gets annoying. You already have to hold the button to even pick it up in the first place. Uh-oh, more zombies. By the way, while you guys were talking, it did do a sniping camera view. Ah! What was that? An exploding zombie?
Probably a
Yeah, it must have
kamikaze.
been. All these zombies. If you like zombie mode in Call of Duty, it's sort of like that, except without reinforcing the windows. You do have trip mines and stuff, though. In fact, I'm gonna lay a
Yeah,
oh, crap.
I prefer the grenades
I
and
just threw a grenade, sorry.
landmines.
I hope it didn't blow us up. There we go. Let me go put out a trip mine, you guys. I want to show what it's like. Ah! Don't let him kill me. There we go.
Man,
Ow.
Halter's like a girl.
Hey. Great, now we're all downed. There's the trip mine. Save me. Yeah, I know that didn't look too cool on camera because I was downed and all that. Ah, get... Crap. Man, it was a bad time to lay a trip mine because
Yeah,
they
but
keep coming
check
up
it out.
from behind us. Swizzlers, are you pretending to be your girlfriend again? Bleeding out. Need help.
Working on it. I was just killing guys around you with a grenade.
And remember, you can shoot while you're down for a while until they beat the crap out of you, like they've done.
I just figured that out.
But it's helpful.
I mean, that's at least something.
Yeah. Low ammo.
Hey, Evil Ernie.
Welcome, Evil Ernie. Appreciate your comment on the article. I would just like to remind everyone, please do leave a positive comment on tonight's article, and also our Gems of War review, if you haven't commented on that yet. And Tyler, would you please tell everyone why that's so beneficial to us?
Sure. Comments and, well, yeah, mostly comments, but views, clicks, everything helps out on his YouTube page and on his website. But on the website, on Windows Central, it's mostly helpful because developers of games check the site. The higher-ups at Windows Central check the sites and check the articles. And comments are a huge way to tell whether or not the content that's been posted is interesting to the readers. And so when there's lots of comments and there's like active, engaging conversations in the comments, it's a good sign to developers, to publishers, to the higher-ups at Windows Central that the content Paul is creating is good for the site. And then that means he'll get more opportunities to provide that content, whether it's reviews, whether it's streams, whether it's games for you guys to win, whatever it is. That's how the whole cycle works.
Yeah. For instance, we definitely want Rebellion to know that you guys enjoyed the chance to win this, because they will surely release more games, and we'll want to be able to stream those games eventually too, you know?
That's right. Are they working on anything at the moment that you're aware of?
They did announce a game for PlayStation 4, I think, Battlezone or something. Was it Battlezone? Some classic property that they purchased and are reviving. Ah, skeletons. That's different.
Oh yeah, there's skeletons as well.
Wait till they get up here a bunch and we can blow them up.
Good idea.
And you can kick them too. They go down real easy with kicks.
Oh, that's good.
I think there's actually an achievement for kicking them.
Oh, I should try.
It's like kick so many
50
of them.
Dang. That's
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have no problem with that one.
Bring it on.
Yeah, it's.
And they all go down with one
Looks
shot
like you can't,
with kicks.
Can't walk into their spawn area. There's gas around, and you just can't walk into it. This game's kicking rad, man.
Dang, you had a combo going there. 19,000 score.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, the score is interesting because like it's far more reflective of.
Ah, there they are.
Style.
Of like the combo that you carry rather than like how many people you've killed and stuff like that. Which is not a bad thing. It just encourages you to keep your combo going.
You know what else is not a bad thing? Kicking skeletons to death.
Yeah, it's fun. That kick is fun.
I thought you were going to say chocolate milk.
That too.
Let's see how many I can get with one grenade there.
Excuse me, I'm trying to get an achievement
Only 2, really.
I'm glad your health regenerates.
Xbox is getting that new game, Van Helsing or whatever. That looks like a cool game.
There we go. 15 for 1. 16 for 1. Got an achievement
Great.
there.
For grenade kill?
My family's always been in meat. Got at least 15 kills with 1 explosive.
Wow. Good job. Yes, there's some big hordes of enemies sometimes.
Yeah.
Ow! Stop hitting me. These are not skeletons, so am I not getting any progress?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
So I better stop kicking them. Ah! Get away, punks. A little sleepy tonight, but things are going well enough. With our chat pad video review, I had to do a lot of editing with it. Like, I cut in some footage from the actual Xbox and stuff. Although I didn't get the timing quite right, but that's okay. So it looks like there's more of a chat lag than there actually is. My bad. Oops.
I will say best deal for Black Friday, even though it wasn't Xbox, it was the PS4 Rock Bands at Target.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I almost left around midnight at my house, but it sounded like it was about to go down right as I was leaving. I was a little bit too late on it, but I didn't go.
I went out at 1 a.m. and got 2 of them.
Dang it.
Nice.
I forgot what the melee button was, so somebody come help me, please.
I also, I'm not the biggest Rock Band fan. Like, even, like, if someone was in front of me and said, here, I'll sell you Rock Band for $60, I'd probably buy it. But it's like, oh, do I want to go out and maybe it'll be there for $60? I don't know. Just because I'll buy it and I won't even unpack it probably for months.
Uh-oh.
So.
What happened?
You died.
And stay down? Did we all die? Oh,
No, just if one person dies, you have to restart it.
Checkpoint. I did get the achievement, so that's good. Wait, why is it asking me if I'm sure if I want to restart checkpoint? There's no other valid option, right?
Just go back.
Restart the whole. Yeah, just restart checkpoint. You could restart the whole level if you wanted.
We're gonna hopefully finish up this level, and then we'll switch to horde mode.
Each level's about 50 minutes, 45 minutes. There might be a few that are a little bit shorter, around 25, 30, and then there's a couple longer ones. But I mean, you're looking at about 12 to 15 hours for the game's 15 chapters.
Not too shabby. You know, I never have that kind of time, but this is a game that I totally would stick with, especially if I had friends to regularly play with. Are we supposed to be switching guns? I mean, you don't have to, right? What does it matter?
Only need to really switch if there's one you like better.
It'd be nice if it would tell us what their stats were when you're picking them up.
Yeah. It doesn't ever do that. Like, even in the main... I'm not sure that... I'm trying to think if even in the main menu it does. Maybe it does.
It's kind of nifty having Windows 10 next to me on my laptop here, and when I get an achievement, it pops up exactly what it was on it.
Come on, skeletons. I'm gonna keep kicking them because...
This game's primarily focused on co-op online play.
Or you can play by yourself. But there is no split screen. It would be cool if they would add split screen to some of their console games.
Yeah, split screen is kind of cool for certain people.
The presence of online gaming has largely made that, pointless.
There's people who still care about it a lot, I mean, it depends on how internet savvy you are and stuff, but for instance on our Halo review, I saw so many comments about the lack of split screen. People really expect and want.
The thing is, if you want to play it with your friends, people don't hang out with their friends as much, but I mean family too, if you're around, you can't play online then, unless you have consoles.
I think part of that is that all the other Halo games had it, and that was the first one that didn't.
Definitely a mistake on Microsoft's part.
You have to drop the feature eventually if you're going to drop it. So I know. Maybe they should have dropped it with 4. I don't know. But
But why did they have to drop
They
it?
just didn't want to put the time and money into optimizing it for split screen, but it's,
yeah, that'd be why they would drop it.
But Halo 5 went and underperformed. Not that it was a bomb or anything, but it did underperform according to GameStop at least. Ah! I gotta get away. Oh. Thank you, whoever. Oh, man. I'm knocked down.
I think that.
Dang,
I
16
mean,
for 1
it's
again.
funny to say that it underperformed because I've heard a lot of the same things. Comparatively, it'll probably be one of the 5 best selling games of the year. I can't think of too many more that top it except for the huge ones. But it's just Halo used to be such a gigantic and massive franchise, and it's just not what it was. It's not Halo, Halo 2, and Halo 3. I don't think they'll ever do that numbers. And part of that is just there's so much more competition.
Mainly competition from Call of Duty, and I'll never understand why anyone would prefer Call of Duty to Halo. That's like trying to speak to me in Greek or something. But
well, the earlier Call of Duties were much better.
I mean, not that I think
before they all became the same
you also
thing.
get a new game to fill out and experience every year, which to a lot of people is a drawback.
Oh, we're both down.
Not for that set of fans. Because Halo 4 is 3 years ago already.
Yeah, to me that's more exciting.
Like
I don't think annualizing a game is for the best most often. But yeah, apparently that works for the Call of Duty crowd. Ah, too many enemies. Dang. Ah! Oh, bleeding out again. Help.
Well, I think it has more to do with they didn't want to spend the time to optimize for couch co-op because they were already, coming up on
it's not
wire.
Easy.
I'm down in the building
it definitely
over here.
takes work to make a game support split screen, so some people really don't understand that. Why it's reasonable that not every game can have split screen, because again, it just may not fit into every game's budget. But with a game as big as Halo and with a game with a history of having split screen, leaving it out is still a mistake in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know what the different difficulties are. You have this one on Marksman. I need rezzed. Oh, student has me.
Sorry, he was picking me up.
That's okay. We got the objective done.
Now what?
Now we get to the square, which is this way apparently.
Yeah, you guys almost at the church, or it's not a church, but it's a church-like place that I think you guys will be going soon.
Is this where we get the preacher?
Yeah. It's at the very end of the level.
Yeah, there's an achievement for picking that up.
Oh, you should let me know when we get there.
It also helps with combos. I think there's an achievement for getting a 50 times combo. And the preacher, you blast skeletons and you hit 5 of them with one shot, and it just escalates your combo a ton.
Skeleton punks. It's a popular, I don't know if it's a myth or what you would call it, but the idea that the Nazis were highly into the occult, a lot of fiction has run with that, and it really is interesting and fun.
Yeah, it is interesting. Indiana Jones messes with it.
Yeah, and it's in Hellboy, the movie and the comics.
Hellboy was the one I was thinking of.
Oh, cool.
It was mostly just, wasn't it Himmler that was into the occult?
Probably so.
I think it was a couple of them, but not all of them.
Makes sense.
Now, you might have mentioned this when I was having mic problems right near the beginning. This game has another name on PC, or it had another name on PC, or...
oh, crap. The individual games, weren't they called Sniper Elite Zombie Army or something?
I thought they had a Nazi zombie.
Yeah, you're right. Nazi Zombie Army. Help! I'm down.
Nazi Zombie Army is what it was called.
Oh, AJ's down too. Crap.
Yeah, that guy's hard to take down.
Yeah, this part. Oh, student
Are we
died.
at a checkpoint? I hope so.
I think we were. Yeah.
It's a preacher named
Checkpoints are usually in your last safe mode areas, or safe house
I
areas.
don't know how far back that was. By the way, hello, DNev. Always good to see you, man. Please don't be that far back. Please don't be that far back. That's pretty far back. Isn't it?
Kinda,
That's
yeah.
not cool.
Why'd you play it alone, Royal Bob? I would have played this with
Yeah.
other people.
Play it the way it was intended to be played, fool.
Yeah, I mean, you could have fun with this game by yourself. I think it would be challenging and frustrating at times, even on easier difficulties. And I also think it would get a little bit more repetitive. It's just more. It's like a game that's built to be played with other friends and chat while you're playing and just blast a billion zombies together.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Sounds about right.
Looking for the actual collectibles solo might be pretty stressful.
Oh, I just got it to do the kill cam.
Cool.
Shooting skeleton in the heart or
The other
something.
players don't get to see that.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Jessica Jones? Somebody's talking about watching all the episodes.
I think he was talking about renting a bunch of 10-cent movies or whatever that was on Windows 10.
Gotcha. The only one I rented was Spy, and I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet.
Oh no, I'm wrong. MTA, that was Robot. MTA is talking about Jessica Jones.
If anyone's wondering about my progress, I have watched the first 8 episodes. The reason it kills me that I haven't watched them all, but I have chosen to watch them for the first time with my girlfriend, so it's all based on her schedule. Also, we've had my daughter India almost the entire time since it came out, and we can't watch it with her in the room, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty adult.
Yeah, it's not for children.
We talked about the sex scenes already. It has a bunch of sex scenes, and I think they're poorly done. And with me, it's either do the sex scene right or leave it out. Would be how I would choose to do it. But they've done the thing with the sheets all over the body parts and stuff, and like it just takes me out of it because I know that people don't cover themselves up when they fool around. So that's.
Wait, you mean things real life isn't like TV shows it?
It's too phony. No, obviously there will always be differences, but no, it's phony. I say just put the camera where you can't see that, because you can do that. You can choose where the camera is positioned. You don't have to show the sheet and let everyone know that. By the way, it's phony.
Well, isn't that how softcore does it?
Cycle.
It's all about how you put the camera in the scene.
Yeah, well. But anyway, that's just a little personal pet peeve of mine, and it's not like there's sex scenes in every episode or anything. It's probably only in about a third of them, but that part gets on my grits. Also, for the most part, people are really loving the show, but there is something that people don't like about it, and it's, like the whole show revolves around Jessica Jones having to deal with her personal supervillain, the Purple Man, and also known as Kilgrave. He is a real bad guy. He's a serial killer, and he's so threatening. His power set is very strong, and he can make anyone do whatever he wants, including killing themselves or killing others. So that's exciting. But the thing is, game clip recorded. Let me come get you first.
Yeah, it will do the game clip recorded stuff quite a bit.
Alright, you're up. Good. You can get the other guy. Ow, I'm in. Oh, now I'm bleeding out. Crap. That wasn't a good plan. Man, I don't want to give up. Can we adjust? I wish we could adjust the difficulty.
I don't think you can do it on the fly, which is annoying.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Here,
I'm not sure. I saw it was on Marksman. I'm not sure which difficulty that is.
I think it's the 3rd out of the 4. So yeah, it's up there. It's my bad. And I usually try to pick easy for streaming because it's not fun to watch people die over and over, I know.
Teddy Loves Bear wants to know if this is a good game worth picking up.
Absolutely it is. Oh, and by the way, if you are a Steam gamer, if you play games on Steam, it's on sale right now for like $13 or something, a really good price. So
good price.
We don't have Steam copies to give away in the first place, so just pick it up while it's on sale. I highly recommend it. And they also sell it as a 4-pack where you can buy a copy for you and all your friends on Steam. I wish console games had that option as well.
Yeah, they can't even figure out gifting on either console.
What are these friends you speak of?
Man, I have so many Steam friends. I had to go through and delete a bunch who I didn't know who they really were. But back when I was big into Steam on Cheap Ass Gamer, I picked up a lot of friends that way, that's for sure.
Yeah, I used to do that on PSN too, and I've slowly kind of cut it down a little bit to more like people that I would like legitimately ever play with, not just someone I noticed once on a thread or something like that.
With the skeletons, shoot them in the heart if you want to get the kill cam. The red
That
spot.
makes sense. Well, I guess I could try. Oh, so
Robob says Steam gifting sucks though. Why is that, Robob?
I mean, it's better than not being able to gift, that's for dang sure. To finish up what I was saying about Jessica Jones, Kilgrave is a really interesting villain, but what some people are taking issue with, and even I have noticed this, is that Jessica's plans for defeating him can be kind of harebrained. And yeah, I mean, just and they fall apart. You know, she can't. The series is so wrapped up around her struggle with him that she can't capture and defeat him before the final episode, right? Or maybe before the last couple episodes. So every time they face off, she has to fail, but
she has to fail, right?
They didn't hide it very well, the structure of that, you know.
I mean, you can sometimes. I remember one on the Dark Knight where they capture the Joker about halfway through. I don't think that's a spoiler at this point. But that was, I like kind of how they did that structure, because like you say, there are a lot of shows where like attempts at things are going to fail early in the season or early in the movie or stuff like that.
And some of these failures is because the plan, you know, the crappiness of the plan, the audience can see it, you know, and it has to. We need to be able to buy it.
That's funny.
So that's just doesn't ruin the show or anything, but it is a little bit annoying.
Whoa, hello.
Need to save students.
Since Adam isn't on the mic, we won't get too deep into it, but it's funny, he cracks me up how critical he is about superhero shows when his genre of choice are these just completely absurd, you know, scary movie thrillers type shows.
The characters are, it's a trope of that genre that the characters just about always make poor decisions.
More so. Yeah.
Speaking of movies, I will say the new James Bond is quite good.
I definitely
agree. I've actually heard from a lot, you know, just on the internet and stuff that it wasn't, but I'm glad to hear you guys both enjoyed it.
I've heard nothing but bad things about it. It's the first time I've met somebody who liked it. But
I enjoyed it, and I went and saw it first night it came out.
I personally wasn't that wrapped up with Skyfall. You know, Skyfall is not bad or anything, but I guess the plot didn't really hold together very well. Also, the whole killing the lady in a really cruel way, and James Bond barely reacts to it. That wasn't all that great.
Is Iron Fist next, or will they be Daredevil Season 2?
Daredevil Season 2 is the next... What? It's either Daredevil Season 2 or Luke Cage, but I think it's Daredevil. Yeah, and then Luke Cage is after that. Then Iron Fist finally after Luke Cage, unless they do a second season of Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. Would the reason that Daredevil's getting a second season because how successful the first one was, or was it always planned that way?
Success.
Okay, I figured.
And clearly it's...
Which is not a bad idea. Usually they don't schedule that sort of thing unless something was monumentally successful. Then it's like, well, we have to ride the name now while it's still as hot as possible.
It was Netflix's most successful show ever, so... Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I always wonder how they measure that.
God, there's just so many enemies. Now I'm bleeding out.
Yeah, the other thing you're going to want to change is the spawn counts, because you're probably playing spawns that are set for 3 players, and you can dial that down too.
I think we're going to have to go ahead and switch.
Okay, I was up and moving there. That was bizarre.
Can we go back to the lobby? It's not going to remember my checkpoint, is it? Yeah, but that's enough of that level.
No, you're unfortunately going to have to play it again, but yeah. The best thing about not having Zero on mic is I don't have to acknowledge his comments. I can basically just win arguments without having to worry about it.
Okay, guys, let's switch to Horde mode. We can just do some Horde mode levels. Does that sound okay?
Yeah,
sounds good.
I mean, you could die, but the Horde mode are actually extremely long, too. Well, is Horde mode endless?
Yeah.
Or is there 10 waves? Okay,
well,
it is
actually,
endless.
I could be wrong. Sorry.
I'm not sure either.
Backing out.
But I know it does take about an hour. People try and get to wave 10 because that's where the achievements and trophies are for, to getting to wave 10. But that's about an hour. About an hour per horde mode as well, is what I've heard. So
invite friend. I will invite you back.
Yeah.
For TV shows, I've recently, I started and finished because it's relatively short, just 2 seasons, 30-minute episodes. Silicon Valley on HBO, which I really enjoyed.
Isn't that a comedy?
Cool.
Mike Judge?
Yeah, it's by Mike Judge, yeah. Which I love King of the Hill, so.
Yeah, let me invite student.
Select I already selected the difficulty. We're going to be... Turns out Marksman is the default difficulty, which is the second out of the 4 difficulties. So just imagine how hard that would be on the higher difficulties, the campaign.
Yep.
Honestly, for the default difficulty, that was too much, but...
Yeah, most people recommend dialing down the spawn count.
That makes sense.
I know it, and it helped. And we died on levels where we played on the hardest difficulty for the trophy, but there was 4 of us. But we dialed it down to 1 spawn point, and on the hardest difficulty, we still died in several levels a few times before we beat it. So I can't even imagine doing 4 spawns.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. There were just too many enemies for us to deal with.
Yep, you get overwhelmed eventually.
Because that particular part, they can come from so many different sides. If you have your back to the wall, it's a different story. But then we also had that boss, and again, at the boss part, it looked like they could come from any side. AJ, you want to ready up?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Okay. Don't forget, everyone, we will upload the replay of this stream to YouTube, and we really appreciate those YouTube hits, too. So if you get the chance, please do watch the video on YouTube the next day. It takes a few hours for it to become available. But yeah, if you can, tomorrow or whenever, please watch the replay on YouTube. Maybe even leave a YouTube comment, and like the video. That's important too. But you don't have to watch the whole thing, but you need to watch at least 30 seconds for it to count as a view. And that helps.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Don't just watch 30, but...
That's interesting. 32 and then click onto his next one, and then 32 and then click on his next one.
32 seconds, then back to cat
videos.
Guy
who keeps leaving and joining. Alright, so here we are. Can we get out of here, or are we stuck in here? Nope. Looks like... How can they even overwhelm us?
They're zombies, they have to have a way.
They just walk up there and continuously die. But yeah, if you're seriously stuck in there, the whole map, maybe you should do another map.
I assume it'll let us out at some point.
Yeah, I would guess it will.
Woo.
I actually didn't play horde mode hardly at all.
Fun.
I was zombied out after the 15-hour or so campaign.
Yeah, let's kill those dang locusts. That's how they can overwhelm you. They can climb in.
Ah, that's no good. So I was thinking about the videos. What I like to do with our streams and with other friends is if the video's on YouTube, then I just put it on the background while I'm doing something else.
Here we go. Now we can get out.
Yeah,
nice.
It's fun to be able to hear what we talked about without having... when you don't have to actually play the game, it's fun to be able to hear the conversation, you know?
Here's a preacher if you want to try and pick it up and see if you get the achievement. Or never mind, student got it.
Student.
You can still drop it.
Yeah, I don't know if it counts in this or if it only counts in
the main
campaign.
Oh. Lost combo. I need to actually...
Oh, sheesh.
Ah! Crap!
Yeah, we kind of got rushed there by the horde.
Reload, thank you. It gets frantic. I miss when the zombies could barely get to us.
Yeah.
Ow. Stay away, punk. Oh, yeah, I need some ammo. Boom. See you soon, little friar. Wave 2 complete. You know, now that I've been able to play this and enjoy it, it is a contender for one of my games of the year. Because, you know, I pick a bunch of games of the year. It's not like top 3.
Right,
But
not list, yeah.
Did you have Plants vs. Zombies on your game of the year?
I didn't, and I don't know why. I think I actually just forgot about it. Which is a shame.
That was definitely my shooter of the year for that year.
Did that come out in 2014 or in 2013?
14. It was like February, I think.
There were a few games that year that would have made the list if I had only played them a little more, and that might be the reason why I didn't include it. But
yeah, it's kind of hard to pick and choose when there's so many games. There's no way you could have played all of them. Yep. So, like, you know, I know large major websites can do like kind of definitive rankings, but even then, it's not like a one reviewer on IGN has played all the major games of the year. You know, it's just kind of like the overall thing. And so sometimes it's just better to say favorite games of the year.
Yeah, and I always make it clear that it's just my opinion. And also, I'm going to have a worst games of the year list, which I'm looking forward to writing.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Usually, you know, I write from a position of love, and usually I try to not be overly critical. You know, I don't want to be a negative writer. I do criticize the things I don't like about a game, but I try to do it in a way that's... It's just nice to, with the worst games of the year, to be able to take the gloves off.
Yeah, punch him in the stomach.
Yeah, and there have been at least 5 terrible games this year, probably a few more than that, and I will enjoy rounding them up, and hopefully people will enjoy reading about it.
You know, one thing, and probably my single favorite thing about trophies and achievements is that it tracks every single bit of game playing that you do for the year. Like, and you can go to like True Achievements or PSN profiles and like just sort by the date you got the trophies and just like look at lists of all the games you played for the year instead of trying to have to go back and figure out other ways of keeping track of everything you played.
Yeah, I guess go up top
that
here,
does
Paul.
Help. Oops. Yeah, I was trying to get some ammo.
I would say the worst game of the year was probably, what was that, Toro?
Yeah, Toro.
Yeah, Toro's bad.
Spectacularly incompetent. Yeah.
Yeah.
That can't be the worst game of the year, though, because we all enjoyed watching Paul get gored to death repeatedly.
You can tell that I didn't like it because I didn't put the video on our YouTube channel. It was just a bust to me.
Blood Bowl had enough saving graces that it wasn't on your worst, right, Paul? I know you had a lot of frustrations with it as well.
Blood Bowl has significant problems, but I still like the game overall.
Right.
It's still a decent game.
You particularly like the multiplayer.
Yes. But the campaign actually has a good story that I enjoy, and that's just something you don't get in very many sports games. Although I hear NBA 2K this year had a pretty good story, I hear, didn't it?
I don't know too much about it. They said Spike Lee was working on it or something, I think.
Yeah,
It apparently came with a complimentary piece of marijuana. On the front it says featuring a Spike Lee joint.
Yeah. His use of the word joint for that has always gotten on my nerves.
Dear God, Light Cycle points out, dear God.
That probably would be a contender, although to be fair, I haven't played it enough. I only played it on stream a little bit, and apparently I missed important on-screen instructions that would have helped me understand it better.
Ooh. That is a good one. MTA Rails and Dacker Player, I can never say that name, mentioned Pool Nation FX.
Yeah, definitely. I know
it had terrible
menus. The
menus
are just so bad it deserves to be on the list for that alone. Just for completely misunderstanding menus.
I can't even tell you how good or bad the game was. I couldn't get into it because of the menus.
Yeah, they did update the game, so...
Numa, Breath of Life. I don't think Paul played that.
I do own it, but I bet Numa's not that great, but it's not... I doubt it's a complete train wreck, you know? Like, there are games where they're just completely wrong. Yay, explosive personality.
Sheesh.
One game I played that I really didn't like at all recently is called Ether 1. I think it's a PC and PS4 game.
With that.
I didn't like it at all. They label it as like a puzzle game, but it's really kind of an obscure adventure puzzle game.
If you want,
hybrid. Not for me.
Here's a good game for you, Shadowrun.
Which one?
The 2007 FPS.
Royal Bob says he really likes that one.
I love it. Still play it to this day.
Oh, Infinity Runner's got a spot on Paul's list.
Infinity Runner's so bad. Spectra also. Spectra has its fans, like for instance, Brian enjoyed it, but to me it's completely terrible except for the music.
I kind of want it to come to PS4 just so I can figure out what it is. Like, I mean, to experience. It's like a racer, right?
It looks...
It's sort of like an endless runner, a little
more
bit.
like an endless runner than a racer, but it's, it looks like a racer for sure, which works against it.
Here's some pistol ammo over here if you need it.
But Spectra is a student project, and there's a lot of games like that. We talked about this on a different stream the other day, but some of these student projects, I feel like they shouldn't just be able to make it to the marketplace.
Yeah, we chatted about it, the 100% open...
Oh shit! Watch out!
Yeah, there's
kamikaze guys.
It's good for any competent developer to be able to get their games. Okay, we'll go back and pick a different level now. We did okay.
Yeah, wave 5.
Just that they kind of have to draw a line somewhere. There's actually a couple titles that have released. Well, we'll just leave it at one, but there's a very questionable title that released this week on PlayStation 4, in my opinion, just visually and kind of just, kind of probably the only drawback to having a completely open storefront.
Agreed. I mean, you want new ideas to be, everyone needs to ready up, but you want, I don't want to keep indie games out or something, but I still believe in quality control to some extent. Like, just some level of quality control must exist other than bugginess, which I think is the only thing they look for.
Right.
Ready up.
Really, there's no excuse for, at least on the Xbox One, for there to be broken achievements with it being run in the cloud.
Yes, that is true. Achievements are, the way they work, it's like you just need to communicate with the web server and stuff. They could fix a lot of things like that.
Yeah. I really don't believe in supporting any developer that has a game with broken achievements on the One, just because they don't have to issue a patch to the game itself to fix it.
We're going to have to kick... Wait, am I not ready? I'm ready. Student needs to ready.
You're ready. Student. Let me message him.
I really enjoyed Arkham Knight. Brian, obviously the PC critiques are more than valid, but I really enjoyed it.
I'm not saying anything against the game itself.
Obviously
it's just
the PC.
That was the biggest
fiasco would be the word to use there, yeah.
Correct, yes.
Disaster. I'm trying to think of other AAA games. I mean, it's not that there was anything that stood out to me as super bad, but there's also nothing that stood out to me as amazing either. Kind of a... Well, I've heard Lara Croft or Tomb Raider is really, really, really good, but I don't get to check that out till next year.
I can tell you the worst Microsoft published game this year would be Scream Ride. That's what I was trying to say. Couldn't think of the name for a minute. I got to hang out with the developers of Scream Ride at E3, and I gave them a little bit of crap for it. But it sounds like one of those things where they needed a job, and somebody had a bad idea. They didn't have a good idea for the game itself. I don't know if it was their fault or like a producer at Microsoft giving them ideas and they had to say yes because they're doing the job for Microsoft, But it does not hold together very well. It has fun things to do, but it's not a cohesive experience.
Which game is that?
Scream Ride.
Oh, Scream Ride,
Isn't that on sale for Black Friday? I could be wrong, but...
Yeah, no, it was on sale a week ago.
It's a $40 game that honestly I don't think should be more than $20 given its level of quality.
Far Cry 4 came out last December, Kenzibit. I'm almost positive on that one.
Where am I?
I haven't tried Scream Ride, but I haven't heard anything good about it whatsoever.
Yeah, Kira liked it.
It's one of those I'd pick up for $10 just to say I played it. if I could get a disc copy for that much.
I got to a level that for me was just completely impossible, and that's where they really lost me. You know, like I already had problems with it before then, but when I got to this level, and I must have tried like 30 times, just dying over and over on the same part. It's like, nope, that's enough. Okay, the guy who keeps joining our party and leaving needs to, yeah.
Stop.
Is he a friend of yours, or is he a friend of the other guys?
No, he's not mine.
When you get a chance, will you tell your friend that I'm annoyed about that?
Yeah.
Oops.
Just Cause 3, early impressions that I've read have been kind of mixed. It sounds a lot like people who like Just Cause 2 and were able to look over the flaws will really enjoy Just Cause 3, but I don't think that it significantly fixes everything that people who didn't like Just Cause 2, it's not going to pull them in. I've also heard that
Just Cause 3 on the shelf at Walmart yesterday.
I heard that it released early. You can actually go out and buy it or something. Yeah, there's a lot of people on NeoGAF with impressions saying you can go out and pick it up.
Yeah, Ken Zibbit said he played it last week.
Lucky.
Yeah.
So it's not street dated then?
I don't know. I don't know, but I would give it, if you're that interested in it, you could give it a shot and try and pick it up. But it seems like a lot of people, there's like a lot of copies out there, like people that aren't, because the embargo I think is sometime this week, but there's a lot of impressions coming out. And usually reviewers are pretty good about saving impressions until the developer or publisher wants them revealed. But when you're average person and just pick them up early, you can post whatever you want about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it at a Walmart yesterday. I think about 10 copies for each platform.
Wow.
Nice.
Out in the case.
I requested a review copy, and sounds like I need to check on that. Problem is the whole...
Are you really going to torture yourself, Bob? Playing through Dear God tonight?
I don't know.
Some people are gluttons for punishment.
It, and I mean, my initial impressions of it are very, very bad. However, I do need to give it a little more time just to be sure.
Speaking of games with broken achievements, I'm pretty sure it still has a couple.
Yeah, and that is unacceptable.
Oh, wow. Good news, some interesting trophies popping up. So the port for Final Fantasy VII, so not the new remastered Final Fantasy VII, but there's a PC port that's coming to PlayStation 4. But apparently it's coming sooner rather than later based on trophies being released for it. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to that.
They're still going to do that?
Nope, they're doing it.
They only
they
only announced it as a
interesting,
troll.
Huh?
Yeah, just to mess with the fanboys. Yeah, we're totally not making that game.
Final Fantasy remake. F you.
Trophies are out for it. Also, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the PlayStation 3, which I'm guessing is just the same thing that Xbox 360 got, the mobile port.
I was shocked that they did that as a port of the mobile game.
Aren't there some things that are better about the mobile version, and some things that are worse? I think that
the graphics should be a little bit better. I mean, but I don't know.
And they just released it out of nowhere. They really bungled the PR element of it, which Rockstar is not known for having good PR. Like they're good at TV commercials and stuff, but the way they deal with press is just terrible.
I will say though, releasing it on sale for I think it was $375 on release.
Yeah, that
was a good move.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm kind of hoping they do a similar thing on PlayStation. Because I'll pick it up. I'd pick it up for that price, no doubt, just to play through again for trophies, even if it's in worse shape. As long as it's in playable shape, I'd do a little bit more research.
Yeah, having 1,000 gamer score for $375 on release is nice.
It's in better shape. I mean, it looks better than a PlayStation 2 game, and that's how most people experience that game. And it probably looks even better than the regular Xbox version. So,
really, what I want is Ubisoft to release the Prince of Persia trilogy and the Splinter Cell trilogy on the Xbox One.
That'd be neat.
For some reason, they only released those on PS4 or
3.
PS3 rather. Yeah.
Yeah, I have both of them.
I have the Splinter Cell one.
Yeah, the Splinter Cell one, it doesn't affect a lot of people, but they actually, thank goodness, they patched in inverted camera controls because they didn't include it in the original release. So that was really
I
nice.
wish with the Splinter Cell one they would have included the DLC.
I don't know too much about it.
There were 3 DLC maps: Cola Cell, and then Shipyard, and then Submarine. And the port for the trilogy was actually done from the PC versions, and they had released those for PC, so there shouldn't have been a problem.
I was curious. Maybe they literally forgot.
That's all I can figure. Because the DLC for PC in the EU, it was released in a special edition, and in the US it was released as a bonus with Chaos Theories Collector's Edition.
This map is lame, by the way, because there aren't enough enemies. I don't understand why there are so few. And whenever I actually see enemies, you guys are right there taking them too, because there's so few freaking enemies.
Where did you see that it's $16 Lightspeed Halo? He says Final Fantasy VII being $16 on PS4 and having a platinum. Again, this is talking about the port,
It
not the
deserves a
remaster.
platinum just for how long a game it is.
Of course, yeah. That part doesn't surprise me, but I am wondering about the price. I can't imagine it'd be a whole lot more than that because, like you said, it's not. It's just a port of a 10-year-old game that was touched up a little bit for PC.
I don't know that I've ever played a Final Fantasy game.
I haven't. I have Type 0, but that's not. I mean, that's a little bit more action.
Yeah, I have the HD version just because I got it for the Steelbook when it got cheaper.
That was so lame. Well, Tyler, there's a lot of mobile ones you could try just to say you had played one, but no.
Well, yeah, but what's the point of starting a Final Fantasy game just to say I played it? I'm sure I played some of the early ones on Game Boy.
The Game Boy ones aren't real Final Fantasy games, unless you mean Game Boy Advance.
Oh, they're not?
The only RPGs I've ever been able to get into were the Fallout games.
Yeah, the original Game Boy Final Fantasies are actually some other series, just with the name Final Fantasy for American audiences.
Seiken Densetsu.
Seiken Densetsu.
That's weird.
That's right.
That's probably what it was.
Dude, this level, I just do not understand. I feel sorry for people who are watching. They're just watching me run around looking for enemies and never seeing any.
Is there not like a radar telling you where they are?
No, there's not.
And, I mean, we're in this big fortress, and there's apparently a million ways they could come from, or their spawn rate is really low or something. Finally, some enemies.
I thought you liked Final Fantasy 14, Brian.
Well, the single player is what I'm specifically talking about there. The multiplayer games, I like both of them very much.
Well, isn't 12 an MMORPG?
No, just 11 and 14.
12 is a single player.
Yep. Oh, I have 11. I have 11 and 12 confused. My bad.
11 actually. I got an email from them. They're getting ready to shut down the servers for PS2 and Xbox 360.
Yeah, I mentioned that in a story.
So it's gonna go PC only.
My gun wouldn't let me shoot.
10, Brian?
What's that?
Did you get the Final Fantasy X remake?
Yeah, I got the one on the PS3.
Cool.
Kind of wish I'd waited. I would have got it on the PS4.
PS4, yeah. I think a lot of people feel that way.
Vita.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vita'd be cool too.
If I ever see the digital version of it go on sale, I'll pick it up. I don't know if it has since I got into the system. I don't think it has.
I don't recall, but I don't remember either.
It should be an achievement.
I think the best I saw it was like $10 off.
Just got the 20 chain achievement.
Yeah, I got that one earlier on my own. Uh-oh. Go with pistol. How are we doing on time? Just a few minutes left.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. Once again, a reminder, guys, please don't forget to leave a comment on the article. Remember, that is important to us. Like, we ask a lot of you guys, and most of our regulars do it. We do have some regulars who just don't do it, and again, that hurts my feelings. Just, it's so little effort to leave comments on the articles, so I just don't understand people who don't care to make that effort. But still, we're glad to have you here no matter what. But, just go the extra mile, become a true supporter, and comment on the articles so we can all be happy. But besides that, we do have a few other streams coming up.
Hello.
Just to tease the next... I won't say these are the very 3 next streams, but 3 that we have gotten them to agree on. We have Unmechanical Extended Edition,
I like that game.
Yeah, I haven't actually played it, but I know the developer of that game is working on some other game that looks pretty cool. I cannot remember what the game was called though. Yeah.
I'll look it up.
I will say this horde mode is definitely not to the pace of like Gears of War or something like that.
On other maps, it's a different story. This map is just like the worst one I've seen. Yeah.
Slow.
So slow.
Yep, seems a little pedestrian there.
Besides Unmechanical.
Oh, it's not coming up. Oh, never mind. Sorry,
besides Unmechanical, we also have a stream for Neverwinter in the works. I think they have to work out the technical aspects of how to give us prizes for that, and that's why we don't have a date on it yet. And then we also have a stream. We also have a stream for another retail game, which is another one of my 2014 favorites. That's Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate. A little bit of a more obscure game, but it is a retail game. It's really cool, and I look forward to sharing it with everybody on the stream. And that one hopefully will be the last weekend of December.
The game you're talking about from them, is it called Solus?
The Solus Project?
S-O-L. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Not coming to PS4 yet?
No.
Got your back.
It's going to be on whatever you guys call early access on your system. So my guess is they probably struck up a little mini timed exclusive thing there with Microsoft as a game to show off with that
Sounds
new feature.
Kind of like.
What's it called? First, it has like a
preview program.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's what it's called.
Which isn't that what they used to call the beta for like Xbox dashboards on the 360? Like you're in a preview program or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they changed that. That was also what it was for, I think, Windows 7 or Windows 8 when it released.
Okay.
So now it's
I hear that, and I was like, it just rang a bell for me, but it wasn't like an early access. It meant something else for me back in the day. Back in my 360 Microsoft gaming days.
So long ago.
It was a while ago already.
Wave 3 complete. There we go. And speaking of articles and comments, you guys don't forget tomorrow our Microsoft Chatpad review is going live. That's a new Xbox One Chatpad. We already have the video on YouTube, and I really look forward to writing out the review and sharing that with you guys. And then hopefully our Gems of War achievement guide will be ready then too. Gems of War is a free-to-play puzzle RPG. We streamed it briefly before last week's stream, wasn't it? And yeah, we must have for about.
Yeah, it was last week.
I know you did. I just can't remember what day it was.
Sure, but yeah, that's actually one of my favorite Xbox One games, period. And the fact that it's free to play is just amazing. But
and it's pretty fair.
Yeah, really. And I mean, if you make one purchase, you'll probably never ever have to make another one. So, really cool game. More people should try it. Cluck My Duck is wanting to join our Windows Central Guild. Hopefully we'll get him into that soon. The guild system, you have to, it really strictly limits how many people you can get into your guild, but right now we can get 19 people in, and every time we level up then we get a new member slot.
So what's the purpose of the guild again?
Floating cat.
Yep. Well, being in a guild in Gems of War, you have these tasks, and everyone has to donate gold to work towards those tasks, but by completing them you get different rewards like premium currency, and you also get to build up elemental bonuses that sort of increase everyone's stats.
Sounds kind of like socialism. Everyone donating their gold to get stuff.
Yeah. It's
one way of looking at it, sure.
But yeah, the key to long-term success in the game is to be in a guild with active members. Our guild, we were in the top 50. We're real close to the top 50. It just depends, but we've had a couple of people go inactive. And anyway, our achievement guide will explain the benefits of being in a guild and a lot of other strategies and stuff. So I hope everybody will try the game and then use our guide to play through it. Just for tips. It's not a guide you'll have to keep open the whole time or anything, but check it out and see what kind of tips I offer.
That cat is awesome.
Yeah, he's so silly.
Oh, it's funny when he stands like on the back of your chair because it like really looks like he's standing on your behind your head but floating above it.
Ghost cat.
He's a friendly little guy. He comes and says hi to you a lot,
He
huh?
does. And he sleeps with us decently often. Oops, I'm bleeding.
Floating
Yep.
cat. It's so funny looking. You just have the cat on the stream a lot.
Yep, he's our stream mascot.
That's right.
And that's something we forgot to say this time is Stream Team! We need to go ahead and die, by the
There's
way,
some...
so we can end the stream.
call it a
Yeah,
run.
don't revive me. That's right, I've got psychic powers. Oh, by the way, for Thanksgiving, we forgot to talk about Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a great American Thanksgiving. And I would like to point out what I did with my Thanksgiving that I haven't done in so long is I spent no, do not revive me. I spent it watching the Thanksgiving Day marathon of Mystery Science Theater 3000. On their YouTube channel, they did a live stream of 4 different movies. It ran for, I don't know, something like 12 hours, I think. And this guy doesn't understand that I'm trying to kill myself. Yeah, they showed these classic episodes of Mystery Science Theater 3000, which is a really cool show. Some of our younger viewers will not have heard of it, but Tyler, it seems like you had heard of it, even though you're a little younger than me.
Oh yeah, I know what it is. I watched it when I was a kid. No, I watched the movie when I was a kid. I didn't watch the show as much. I caught a few episodes here and there.
Yeah, I used to watch it. I only had cable for a certain part of the run. So I was really familiar with maybe the first 4 years of it, and then not after that. I didn't. It ran for something like 9 or 10 years. But yeah, for Turkey Day, every Thanksgiving they do this apparently for the last many years, and they used to do it back when it was on air too. They would show a movie, and then they have like host segments celebrating the holiday and fun little things, reading letters and stuff, and then they go on to the next episode, the next movie. And it was just really nostalgic and cool to be a part of that. Then after the actual marathon ended, because they only did it for like 12 hours, after that, a lot of people just stayed in the YouTube chat and kept talking about their love for the show and different things. Like, I stayed in that chat for 4 hours after the thing ended. Yeah, I'm amazed, because all the people were so nice, and it was just a really great conversation. Kind of like when we first started our stream, how a lot of times we would hang out and chat afterwards. And sometimes we still do. But nowadays...
Before we started getting trolls?
Not that, but nowadays we would just keep the stream going if I felt like hanging out, But like back in the day, I would just switch over to chat at a certain time, and we would just chat.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, internet, one really positive thing about the internet is a way for people with similarities to meet each other that otherwise, like, you can't walk down the street and look for Mystery Science Theater 3000 fans, but when you're on Thanksgiving watching a 12-hour stream of it, you're going to only be with people that like it as much as you like it.
God bless Al Gore for inventing the internet.
That's right.
They were all great people, so that was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot about the history of the show, and even the movie. The movie... The reason that Joel actually really left the show for good, or for...
So do you want me to die here?
Die. Like, I keep trying to kill myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Die.
But anyway, the reason that Joel, the creator of the series, left the series entirely for like the last 5 years is that his co-creator, his partner, or co-producer basically, kind of shut him out of the movie. Like, they made a movie, and I was always sad that Joel wasn't in it. Joel at least wanted to direct the movie, but he was not allowed to. And so after that, he left
there we go.
But now he's got the show back. He owns the rights. And yeah, they're reviving it. And by the way, if there's a Kickstarter going for that, so if you hadn't heard of the Kickstarter, please go donate. Yeah. Oh, by the way, hey Bob Jones. Alright, that was a lot of fun. It's a shame we couldn't have just kept that level going, but yeah, we have a hard stop tonight. We got to quit playing.
Is that publisher imposed?
No, not publisher imposed. Just that I have to go to work. But yeah, AJ, it was great having you on the stream. Thank you for playing along.
That was fun.
Tyler and Brian, you guys have been excellent co-hosts. Is Brian still on mic?
Thank you. Yeah, I think so.
I'm here.
He's been doing codes and stuff.
Brian, thank you for running the contest.
Even had all the good stuff.
Couldn't do it tonight, so glad you were here. Yeah, we do not have an after party tonight, and we probably will not have one next week either. My work schedule is a little different due to some things happening at work. So, but
that just means Tyler needs to stream.
Yeah, somebody else should stream. But when we do an after party, we will announce it in the article. And so if you don't see an after party section of the article, that means there's not going to be one. So that's one way to keep track of it. Sorry I couldn't watch chat very much tonight, you guys. Again, this was a very challenging game, and I had a lot of people on mic to deal with, but that's always fun. This has been Zombie Army Trilogy from Rebellion. Remember, it's $50 on Xbox One. The Steam version right now is on sale for $13. So if you play Steam games, be sure to grab it up while it's on sale. It's a great value, and if you have even one other person to play with, it's a lot of fun. But even single player, I still would have some fun with it.
Cool.
Great, Rails.
Awesome.
And by the way, it's good to have you back, Rails. Yeah, we'll see you guys next Saturday. Don't forget about our reviews coming up tomorrow, and we'll probably have a midweek stream on my personal channel on Monday or Tuesday. So I hope some of you guys will join us for that. That's twitch.tv/eastxtwitch. Please follow us on both that channel and this channel. And anything else, Tyler?
I got nothing.
Oh yeah, Cools. Brian, will you give Cools my address, my email address, if you don't mind? Sorry. Yeah.
That home mailing
sorry
address?
I haven't resolved that yet, but we'll get your code taken care of, Cools. Anybody streaming after tonight?
I'm not going to be streaming. Maybe later tonight, but there's a couple football games wrapping up, and I think I'm going to go out and get some ice cream too.
Man, ice cream sounds good. I hope I'll be able to get some before work.
Yep.
Man, I need to go get some.
All right. Love all you guys. See you soon. And please, don't hate. Appreciate.
Have a good one.
See ya.
Come on, procreate, not appreciate.
Don't do too much of that.